predominantly occupied by Georgia, but also reaches into Russia, Poland, Lithuania, Hungary, and Romania. The modern Jewish race is born.
The modern Jewish race is born.
Okay, did you know there are Jews that live in Persia? In Persia, not in
a modern Jewish race.
Persia for 2,500 years.
A modern Jewish race that incidentally is not Jews.
That incidentally are not Jews.
Okay, anyone can convert to be Jewish. We don't.
No, you cannot, brother. Yo, let me just say this. Anybody can convert into a nationality. So if I move to China and I follow Buddha, hold on. If I follow Buddha, am I going to be an Asian? What if I follow Muhammad? Will I be an Arab?
No, you won't.
Or will I be Arabic-ish?
No, you won't be Arabic-ish and you won't be Arab. You'll be a person living in Arabia. So these people are saying that Jews cannot say who is a Jew.
And I know the blasphemy of them would say they are Jews and they're not. But are the synagogue of Satan.
Okay, let's hear what my neighbor has to say.
Okay, we're going to get to that.
Okay, I can talk about that.
First, we're going to cast down imaginations because everybody has imagination according to what the gospel of Christ is.
You don't care about people being murdered in Afghanistan for nothing.
We care about
Your
all
people
that.
are doing that. What are you talking about? Your people are murdering people. And you talking about, yo, it's your people that's doing that.
My people are doing what?
Today, brother,
people in Afghanistan.
everybody thinks this is Christ's birthday when it's not. So if they're supposed to be honoring Christ,
maybe I should
teach them to do it according to the book.
Stone big. Whoops, sorry.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro. You see when Israel do something, everybody want to do it.
I'm telling you one thing, and here I'm going to tell you something else. This is about Afghanistan.
1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 18.
Opium poppy growing in Afghanistan.
For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness.
Okay, that's foolishness. To those that don't believe, they think it's foolishness. You understand what I'm saying? They see us out here and they think we don't have knowledge and we don't study and we're not applied. So they say these guys is foolish. Read.
But unto us which are saved, it is the power of God.
For us that are trying to be saved, it's the power of God. We know this is not foolishness. We're teaching directly out the word itself. So those that come to us and try to ridicule us for us being studied and bringing forth knowledge and understanding because we're looking into the power of God because we want to be saved, they want to ridicule us, and this is the power of God. This is bringing forth salvation and understanding.
For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise.
For it is written that he will destroy the wisdom of those people that think they are wise. Those people who thought they were Jews and they're not. And they're actually Jewish people. To those that are in the churches that are lying about December 25th. To those that are in the churches making you go to church on Sunday when it's not the real Sabbath. To those that's in the churches that's making you eat unclean food when it's written that you shouldn't eat stuff like pork and swine and things of that nature. Read.
And I will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent.
He will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Because why? They receive their doctrines underneath a government, underneath a structure that's totally against the real word itself. Because when you look at it, in all actuality, all they want you to do is shop. So they make you go out and buy stuff on Easter, buy stuff on Christmas, buy stuff on St. Patrick's Day, buy stuff on Mother's Day. All these holidays that are not written in the scripture itself. You understand what I'm saying? So in the last days, it says in the scripture that that so-called wisdom of the wise and prudent will be destroyed because it's not of the word. And then you will have the true understanding and the true knowledge and the true way to follow Christ. Read.
Where is the wise?
Where is the wise? They're not out here with you. Read.
Where is the scribe?
Where the scribes at? They're not out here with you. The ones that brought these false doctrines across, they out there laughing at us because we don't have understanding. Read.
Where is the disputer of this world?
Where is the disputer of this world? There's nobody disputing and bringing forth the right understanding. And when you see those people, you are afraid of them because of the truth. Because what you've been taught is it will be casting down your imagination. Because according to your heart, you think God knows your heart. And you think that there's no other way to follow. The right way to follow is according to the book itself. You have to remove your imagination of your heart and your desire of what you think Christ is and come to the actual word itself. Cast down your imagination. Step off your high horse. Step off your high bridge. And come to this word. Come to the word itself. Read.
Has not God made foolish the wisdom of this world?
Have he not made them foolish? They said the world was going to end just a couple days ago. Hasn't he not proved that those philosophers and those ancient calendars and all these things are false? When are you guys going to wake up and understand that no man knoweth the hour, no knoweth the time? So with that understanding, it should bring you more closer to Christ, more closer to the gospel, because he's proven time and time again that those that say they have the wisdom do not have the wisdom. Read.
1 year to the next, the supposed failed and puppet state of the
For after that, in the wisdom of God, the world by wisdom knew not God.
This is the one province that was
It pleased God by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe.
He said it pleased God by the foolishness of preaching, those that you wouldn't expect to have the wisdom like ourselves, to come and bring forth the wisdom, because you're not going to get it from your philosophers. God could have easily made somebody like Barack Obama, who's highly favored, as his person to bring forth the gospel, but no, he has the wisdom of the institutions. He has the wisdom of this world. He doesn't have the wisdom according to the scripture. It makes God proud to have people from low poverty levels to come forth and bring his understanding, because it lets you know that you can have this understanding on your own. It doesn't take a scholar. It doesn't take somebody in a high institution to bring forth this understanding. All you have to do is open your heart and you can receive it. And you could be on this end doing the same thing that we're doing, because this is the will of the Father. He wants everybody to have this knowledge, not just those in high institutions and universities and philosophers. He said he's going to use them and destroy their wisdom just to prove that that's not the whole end of the understanding, that there's more to it. And being that we are in the end times, there was a certain amount of knowledge that he told Daniel that was going to increase in the end times, that your so-called wise and prudent.
It's called riding dirty and riding foolish, man.
Why? Because they have been led by a conditioning. Read.
God bless you guys.
Bless you too,
Bless you too, brother.
For the Jews require a sign.
For our people, the true Jews, they require a sign, because they don't know who they are. So they require somebody to speak in tongues. They require somebody to make somebody faint on stage. They require God probably to come out of the sky in a Benz. They require a tsunami. They require a calamity. They require all these things just to find out that God is real. Read.
For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom.
The Europeans seek after wisdom because they are philosophers. Their deities are all philosophy-based. Your Socrates, Aristotle, all these different philosophers. And that's what they gave you in your institutions. When you go to college and you study underneath mythology and understanding of philosophy, who do they bring forth? Do they bring forth Christ? Do they bring forth the understanding of the scriptures? No, they bring you Aristotle, Socrates, Nostradamus, all these different philosophers. Because that's according to their deities, that's according to their gods. That's their tradition. That's not the tradition of the scripture. Read.
But we preach Christ crucified.
We preach Christ crucified, the true crucifixion of Christ. What really happened?
Okay, no problem, bro.
Read.
Please.
Unto the Jews a stumbling block.
To our people, this is a stumbling block. It's a stumbling block to our people because they're so used to sitting in church on Sundays. Step down.
Yeah.
Because our people are so used to sitting in churches on Sundays and all these different pagan holidays, these traditions. When we come out here and say, look, it's wrong that you go to church on Sundays. It's wrong that you observe it December 25th. It's a stumbling block. Our people are like, you know what? I don't want to hear that. That's not my God. Read.
And unto the Greeks, foolishness.
Unto the Europeans, it's foolishness. They're like, I can't understand this. It doesn't seem right to me. You know what? That's not even my God at all. We believe in Zeus. We believe in Jupiter. We believe in Goddess Diana. All these different deities. So according to their philosophy, the true gospel of Christ is foolishness to them because they're only based on the knowledge of this world, which is philosophy. Not according to scripture, the spiritual realm, the spiritual world. Read.
But unto them which are called, both Jews and Greeks.
Both those that are called to this understanding of the scriptures, both Jew and Greek or European, read.
Christ the power of God.
The Christ, the power of God will come upon them, read.
And the wisdom of God.
The wisdom of God will come upon them. So no more will they be fooled by philosophy or the knowledge of this world, which is actually foolishness with God, which is not even his weakness, which is nowhere near in their strong point, nowhere near the power of God at all. Read. Read.
Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men.
The foolishness of God is wiser than men. Wiser than all your philosophies. Wiser than all your institutions.
Are you with them?
Because these institutions, when something happens,
are you with them or
basically they don't know how to explain when a tsunami hits so hard. They don't know how to explain massive earthquakes when they hit so hard. They don't know how to explain December 2012 when it was false. But yet, throughout the whole past 6 months, they had us observing signs like this was going to be a calamity and everybody's going to lead into their destruction. Read.
And the weakness of God is stronger than men.
The weakness of God is stronger than men. So your strongest man is not even compared to the weakness of God. Even in his intelligence, is nowhere near God's ability
I ain't gonna tell you
at all.
It's your country.
And that's what we need to understand, that we can't just solely base our intelligence on what we've been taught by philosophers or schools institutions. Because as soon as you enter a situation that you can't get out of, who do you call? Do you call your professor? Do you call any of these guys that you call knowledgeable? No. You call on God. Read.
Have mercy on your hands.
What are they? What are they?
Maybe you got an extra pair of gloves.
For ye see your calling, brethren,
Children of Israel.
how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
Not many noble are called, and they're not wise in the flesh. They don't have the understanding of the Father.
Between Christianity and this, believing Christ.
But God had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
We have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Read.
And God had chosen the weak things of the world to confound things which are mighty.
That guy's
And
Jewish.
base things of the world, the things which are
Those are
despised.
Jews. That guy's Jewish.
I got you. Had God chosen, yea, the things which are not to bring to naught things that are.
He's gonna bring to naught the things are, and he's gonna separate all the foolishness from the wise. He's gonna show you right now, according to the scripture.
You have to stand right there.
It's time for us to wake up, people. You're not supposed to be celebrating Christmas because it's not written in the scriptures. You're not supposed to be going to church on Sundays. It's not written in the scriptures. You understand? You're not supposed to be eating unclean foods. It's not written in the scriptures. You understand? So if you out here and you thought to yourself, you did a good thing today because you had shared gifts and you thought you was doing it in the honor of Christ, you're going to come to find out that that was wrong. And we're going to get into that later on. See?
St. Matthew chapter 11, verse 25. At that time Jesus answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent.
Christ said he thanks the Father for hiding these things from the so-called wise and prudent. Read.
And hath revealed them unto babes.
He has revealed the truth to us, to the younger generation. He was seeing in vain that the so-called wise, the scribes, and the Pharisees and Sadducees understand what he was saying in parables and what he was bringing across. He had his